Hey, I thought I'd do a quick overview for Wasteland Rampage. This game just came out a few hours ago. I'm sure, as you can see here, the graphics are not appealing. There's obviously, they didn't hire an artist. It's definitely got programmer art. The gameplay is actually pretty good. I do have some mild complaints about it that I'll get into, but I think this has a great foundation. It is an early access game, so I'm pretty sure things like the sprites and stuff, and you know, hopefully the combat variety and the combo variety and stuff will improve. It also has completely functional multiplayer, like net play and stuff. Apparently it's supposed to be pretty good. Obviously the game just came out, and this is a small indie game, so I don't really think I can comment on that right now, unfortunately. So you have a number of classes. You can see the character sprites are not good. I kind of hope that they improve the sprites and maybe add more weapons and things like that. But you earn these by getting a stylish rank, which I think is actually a pretty cool concept. You know, normally in these kinds of games, you know, the stylish rank is just there for like currency and stuff, which obviously gets pretty useless once you play the game. Once you've beaten the game at least once, there's usually no real reason for that stuff aside from just showing off. But here, the better you play, the more classes you unlock. So you have this base one here, which is just the standard, and then you have these other ones here. I've been using the Berserker because he attacks faster. So you have a light and heavy attack, and if you time it, you get this perfect attack. I'm not exactly sure how it changes the properties. So here's one of the moves you can get. You have these little platforming challenges which kind of give you a little bit of a break. So the items are actually pretty cool. You know, some roguelikes, some reasons why I dropped them is because they have very uninteresting items, you know, mostly just things do more damage or you have more defense and stuff. But there's actually some pretty juicy stuff in here, and obviously this is an early access game, so things will probably improve later on. So this one makes the airborne foes crash to the ground, and this one makes them bounce higher and you can do longer combos. My biggest complaint with the combo system is that it's almost completely dependent on getting the launcher to spawn. If the launcher doesn't drop, then you don't really have a lot of choices to really do much of anything. I think that's something that needs to be improved. The base moveset feels pretty weak for what it's worth. Okay, so I'll go ahead and try this. This run is probably not going to go anywhere, but it's kind of hard to play this and talk at the same time. I think part of the problem with the sprites is that they have so few frames of animation, it can be really hard to tell exactly what they're doing. I don't know if hiring an artist is something that they have the ability to do, but alright, that was much better. But you can kind of see what I mean here. You don't really have a lot of options. You have this little dinky little sword push. Barely looks like a stab. You don't have that many aerial options. This Helmbreaker type thing is definitely the better move to use, generally. let's spawn this time. Go ahead and take this. So there's the perfect cancel. When the sprite flashes like that with the aura, that means you've got the perfect cancel. And it's supposed to do more damage and change the properties, but I'm not exactly sure what it does. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean there. Like the programmer art kind of makes me get frustrated sometimes. Like those guys literally just vibrate and then they do an attack, so it kind of gets a little difficult to tell what they're doing. But I think this is made by one person, so I don't think hiring an artist is something that they'll be able to do. I mean, it still has not really given me the launcher, so I'm having kind of a hard time showing the combo system. Max stamina seems good. I'll go ahead and stop there. I think the main problems I have with this game is the sprites. It's hard to tell what they're doing, and the base moveset is not very interesting. Even the special moves that you get, they aren't particularly interesting. I think you should add a little bit more style and flair to it. Obviously, adding new frames of animation is probably really difficult for a solo developer, but I think the core of this is fun. I mean, I keep dying. I think the farthest I've got is like the 3rd level, and it is very addicting. I like the gameplay loop. So far, the items actually changed the game significantly. They are just not boring stuff like more damage and more defense and stuff. There are some items like that, but for the most part, they actually do change your playstyle, which is definitely a good thing. There are a lot of roguelikes that claim to have like 500 items, but then like 475 of them are useless, or they're very situational items where you can only use them in like 1 or 2 builds, like they synergize with 1 or 2 items or something stupid like that. I like how it's not bloated. I hope it doesn't get to that point. I just hope that the combat gets a little more satisfying. The combo system definitely feels a bit lacking. If you do get the launcher and things like that, it does get a little better, but even the other moves, it's kind of hard to combo things together. Like sometimes the enemies don't stagger. It definitely needs work, but I think the foundation is great. So if you want to check it out, it is $9 on Steam. If you do have somebody else to play with, or you have Steam family sharing or something, then apparently the multiplayer is pretty good, but I can't really comment on that. I'm definitely going to keep this game. I'm not going to get rid of it or anything, so I gave him a bunch of feedback. While they add more patches, if they make the game significantly better, I'll definitely let you guys know. Thanks for watching. Peace.